Okay, y'all, we need to talk about the elephant in the room again, and that is all these people in the age of Neptune moving through Pisces, which is dispelling illusions, but also finding spiritual truths. And, a lot of that is going to come through soul connections. And so we're finally leaving that phase after 14 years and moving back into the more energetic, fiery energy rather than this deep emotional energy. And I love it. I'm here for it. But let's just describe what is the way you can tell, that old he loves me not story. Well, let me just tell you the way that you can figure out if this is love and this is somebody that's going to grow with you and he's feeling you like you're feeling him, or if this is just another lesson, is to understand that first feeling that you had, was it just not knowing each other, not knowing the ego patterns of this person, not being triggered yet because you don't really know them, and there was something about them that came from a deep part of your psyche that was, what you would be attracted to, because we all have that. It's part of, our natural inclination to be attracted to certain things. That's how the animal kingdom knows their person. That's how a penguin knows out of millions which one's their penguin. And so that's what we want to know. Is this love or is this a lesson? And so when you first meet, if that feeling is there, great. But then if there's a hook in the road somewhere 2 weeks to maybe 2 months where all of a sudden this person is extremely triggering to you, your emotions are in an uproar, this, that, and the other thing, it's because he's showing you who he really is, not the person that Neptunian influence made you think he was. That pedestal version of a man before you actually knew who he was. And so the discrepancy in that feeling of inflation versus what he's triggering if it's really far and wide, that person's a lesson. Period. That person is a lesson, y'all. And if this person gave you that feeling, right, and the triggers aren't as intense, we are going to have triggers. We're going to be triggered by other people. Irrational, we are triggered sometimes. But if these are things that we can sort through, that we don't turn into obsessive behaviors or codependent tendencies or stalking, all of these things that are super wild and weird, those are lessons, because it's showing us our duality. The Neptunian influences, we project what we want to see and we don't really see it. It can be there, but also remember, on the other side, Neptune's waking us up to real spiritual love. So there is some truth to the way that we're feeling and what we can project on people, but the lesson would be we can't project it on somebody that's not our person.